Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 41. Because it's 41, figured we'd do something a little bit special today. We're actually in Chicago, in our location. I'm gonna take you inside and introduce you to the space. Welcome to Tiege Hanley. So gentlemen, before we go any further on this tour, I would like to show you something that really made me smile, and it was something awesome that Kelley did for Rob and I. We had no idea he was doing this. But yesterday was our first day in Chicago. We got here, we had some meetings with some people and advisors and some board members. And after that, he actually took us over to the space. We were really excited. We haven't been here yet. And when we walked in, this is what we saw. This little corner. Check this out. Kelley actually had a mural installed of all of our sort of pivotal or critical moments of Tiege Hanley. That picture right there was of our first meeting. You see the chemist. Me testing out the products on the plate to make sure we had enough. Actually, pictures of my vlog coming soon. That's my Shark Tank party where we all got together in Atlanta. When we got our first shipment, me filming some of the videos. This is just such a cool and super exciting thing, and I was just blown away when Kelley did it. See? There's the line where they're actually filling the products. The first time I approved our first formula. It's really incredible, and it feels really good, but not as good as this. This is the wall of quotes, guys. Some of you guys have been sending us quotes or telling us what you think of the products, and we actually had some of them installed on the wall. And the reason why this is so incredibly important is because Tiege Hanley is about you. The reason we started this company is because of you. It's because of me. It's because of all of us and wanting to do something unique and special. You know, the other aspect is you've been along for this journey. You know, we've relied on you to give us feedback, to tell us what's good, what's bad. And so you are as much of an integral part of the Tiege Hanley story as Rob, Kelley, the chemist, and myself and the products. And so I thought that was really cool, super classy. I had no idea it was happening, and that's just kind of neat. So all day we have been meeting, we've been talking business, we've been planning for the future, and there's a lot of stuff that we've got to work out and iron out. We've had a packed day. We started at 9 a.m. It's now coming up on around 4 o'clock, and we're getting ready for an open house. We've invited some of our special guests. Kelley knows a lot of people in Chicago, our banker, who's going to be important in the future, some advisors, our board members, and so we're getting ready for the party. But before we do that, so you'll have to pardon me for this random, incredibly crazy vlog, but I would like to show you, first off, let's say hi, everyone.
Hey guys, how are you?
How are you? You're not beer? Hey, adult beverages.
Welcome to the open house.
Thank you, thank you. They can hardly hear you because I'm on a lapel mic. All right, so now let me show you sort of around this facility. When you walk in the door, we've got sort of the conference table. Very nice table, Kelley. Good choice. And this is where we've been meeting and strategizing and planning. Over here on the hors d'oeuvre table is actually where all of the shipments get labeled and printed out. Over here we've got racks of Tiege Hanley systems that have already been boxed up. One of the issues with packing and shipping, for those of you who are starting a business, is the packaging takes time. One of the beautiful things about Tiege Hanley is that we can pre-package a lot of them and just sort of have them stocked and ready. They don't go bad, and we know that, you know, they're pretty much ready to rock. And so when we print out the label, we batch all the labels and then just slap on the appropriate label to the appropriate box. But say right here, this is level 3. Down there's international level 3s, level 2s, level 1s, some more level 1s. This table here is actually in the center of the room where we actually do they do the packaging. And then over here along this wall is where all of the products are actually stored, as well as the unfolded boxes. Our order that we just placed is going to be massive, and so next time you come here with me, which is actually something we're going to try and do every 3 months, this is going to look different. We're going to have this place packed with products. We'll probably put some type of racking system on the wall just to get more room. But it's funny, when we first got this, it was like, oh, it's such a big, beautiful, open space. But the more we sort of look around and the more we get an idea and grasp of how much inventory is going to be coming in about 12 weeks, all of a sudden this space doesn't get so, or isn't as big as we thought it would be. The other cool thing about the place that I just like to showcase is the floors, the building. This is an old factory in the Chicago area. I mean, right down the street you can actually see the Sears Tower, which is pretty cool. And what the government did is they actually went in and sort of refurbished all of these old warehouses in like the meat packing district. And what happens is, I think I've mentioned this or touched on this in some of the other vlogs, but then you can apply. It's almost like an incubator. And so you can get sort of cheap rent, and it's almost government subsidized, guys, rent. And so that's very cool. And for a small startup, your community or area or city might have something similar to this. All right, all hell is breaking loose at Tiege Hanley headquarters. We're getting ready for the party. But I'm going to try and grab them and have them sit down because I'm not going to pass up this opportunity to have them. You okay, Paula?
Yes, all good.
All hell is breaking loose at Tiege Hanley. It's skincare and plates and beer as far as the eye can see. I'm going to grab them. We're going to come down. We're going to sit down, and we're going to talk a little bit. And might as well, right? I'm sorry, I told you, this vlog is all over the place, but we're having a lot of fun, and it's been incredibly productive, so I'll be right back. So everybody's running. Rob, can you come here and sit down for a second? Kelly, I need like 2 minutes of your time. All right, so like I was saying, it has been an action-packed day. Sorry for the audio, I switched to shotgun mic, and like I said, ice is being poured, beer is being prepped. Hey Rob, thanks for joining us. Say hey to everybody.
Glad to be here.
Kelly, you care to join us?
I'd love to.
Okay. Is that all crooked? It's good enough. Come on in.
I'm barely in there.
You're barely in? Ah!
Oh, sorry about that.
He's good.
Hey, gentlemen, how are
Just
you?
sat on my finger.
My apologies.
Ow! You good?
I'm good.
Everybody's caffeinated? So gentlemen, tell everybody, what has been sort of the goal for, why did we come together? Why is it important for us to get together and actually do this in person versus Skype, on the phone?
Well, you know, there are things about being face to face that you just don't get when we're on our almost daily call, but our 2 major scheduled calls per week. And it's just important. I mean, we have got to the biggest thing is you got to take a step back from from the day-to-day stuff. And the only way to kind of take a step back from what you're doing on a day-to-day basis is to kind of create an environment where you're not being distracted from those day-to-day things, and you get a chance to really think about the business in its entirety.
Try that again? Totality?
Totality, thank you.
Rob?
Well, yeah, and it's what, day 44-ish or something like that?
We
need to step back and take a look at
what
we've been doing right and what we need to.
We've been doing some stuff right.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing some stuff wrong, and we're trying to correct on the fly. It was really incredible because one of the main reasons for us to come here was to actually meet with some of Kelly's friends, board members, advisors.
Our company's advisors.
Yeah.
Right, but Kelly's friends first, now they're advisors. It's all about relationships is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, the fascinating thing is that everybody that we were sitting down with and talking to were incredibly successful in their own respective areas, and multiple areas a lot of times. But it was so fascinating to get an outsider's smart perspective on what we're doing, because one of the issues that a lot of entrepreneurs face is that they're so close to the action that they have a hard time seeing the forest for the trees. But having other people to bounce ideas off of, or to actually say, hey, stupid, you're doing that wrong, or hey, dummy, you're going to be out of money,
Or think about this.
Yeah, exactly. Just to give you food for thought. And it's people that aren't in the skincare industry. They really don't have an idea. or a good solid foundation on influencer marketing. They don't necessarily understand that, but what they understand is business. They understand what make good businesses, what make businesses fail. Success. Everybody's had successes and failures. And so surrounding yourself with people that are better than you or that have been somewhere that you want to go is incredibly valuable.
It couldn't be, well said.
Well,
Well said.
thanks, Kelley.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
How are you?
Come on in.
Open house?
Come on in. No idea.
Yeah, someone's coming to visit us.
All right, people are starting to show up for the open house. Hey, time to be on our A
You already
game.
took him on a tour, right?
I took him on a tour, quick tour. So anyway, we're sort of all flustered. It's been a long day. We've covered a lot of great stuff though, don't you think?
Yeah, we have. We really talked about, like we talked, some of the issues we've been having, and we're working on all those things. It was a really, really good couple days here.
Kelley,
Well said. I mean, just looking at the future.
a man of few words.
Well, looking at the future, seeing what we need to do to get ready for growth and what it looks like, what we think things look like 6 months out, and how we deal with issues today, and how we think we're going to approach growing pains in the future.
All sorts of issues that we're going to be tweaking. Website tweaks, social media, getting that active. I mean, we're really starting to try to engage and roll this out. It's been such a flurry and whirlwind for the first 45 days that we've just all sort of been going in different directions and trying to help where we can.
And learn as fast as we can.
Yeah, exactly. There's a very steep learning curve with this. The other thing I would encourage you to do, we're going to get rolling on Instagram. So for you guys, we would love to see your boxes. There's going to be a link down below to the Tiege Hanley Instagram account. Make sure to go and tag us. If you've got your box, tag it, post a picture. We would love to see it.
That'd be great.
And we're going to start
awesome.
doing a lot more in terms of engagement on the social media, especially Instagram. But thank you so much. How you doing? Come on in.
Hello.
How are you?
That's Jake.
Jake.
How are you?
How are you, Jake? Good to see you. People are showing up. Come on in, Jake. Grab a beer and a bruschetta. Maybe a chocolate chip cookie. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We've got people showing up, but I just wanted to say that it has been an absolute pleasure doing business with these two guys, and it has been such an honor to have you along for the ride. Like I said earlier, that wall of quotes, it's because you're as much a part of Tiege Hanley as the three of us and this wall. And so stay with us, hang in there. If you haven't checked us out or you haven't tried a system, there's a link down below to Tiege.com. Make sure to sign up. Give it a try. Blah.
Give it a try.
I think he's trying to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And give it a try. Guys, see you next
See ya.
week.
Thanks.
Back in Atlanta.